Goldilocks, a girl that was imprisoned by 3 bloodthirsty bears. Thanks to her brightness and wits, she managed to escape the hideous beasts. To this day, she's presented as a role model. Does this little heroine truly deserve such admiration? Little Goldilocks lived with her grandparents on the fringe of a forest. One morning, she took a walk into the deep woods. A momentary lapse in concentration caused the little girl to get lost.
Goldilocks went to the woods without permission. She essentially ran away from home, which must have been greatly traumatizing for her grandparents.
After wandering around a while, Goldilocks found a small house. Without hesitation, she boldly stepped inside.
By entering the building without authorization, the offender could be charged with breaking an entry. The penalty for that is up to 2 years in prison.
It was the bear's house, at the moment empty. Goldilocks used the situation and started hungrily eating the meals prepared on the table. When the ill-mannered girl finished someone else's lunch, her attention was caught by a chair on which she later satiated her destructive inclinations.
For a little girl to destroy such a massive chair that is normally used by a bear is not easy at all. She must have used significant force to do so.
Young people on the fringe of the society are no strangers to vandalism. Social outsiders use this behavior to kill time and demonstrate their power.
Through this behavior, she willfully destroyed someone else's property.
The rollicking Goldilocks had no idea her insane frenzy would soon be over, as the substance contained in the bear's food started working on her body.
Bear's porridge consists mainly of animal meat and viscera, which is a rather excessive amount of proteins for a little girl. An intake of an excessive amount of proteins leads to an accumulation of urea in blood plasma, which tends to have a very negative effect on the central nervous system, resulting in most cases in fatigue of the human organism.
An excessive intake of proteins combined with an exhausting demolition of the building's interior resulted in Goldilocks falling asleep on one of the beds.
The fact that the girl fell asleep probably saved the building from demolition.
When the rightful real estate owners came home, the place was upside down. After a while, the bears found the little rioter. The hungry baby bear asked in tears, "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" They decided that the girl should work the damage off.
In this case, such punishment is a fairly acceptable teaching tool.
The bears dealt with it in a mature and perfectly adequate way.
Before she had worked off all of the damage, the girl asked the bear to be released, but he refused. She, however, convinced him to take a basket full of pies to her grandparents.
The manipulative abilities of the girl are remarkable.
The bear obediently carried the basket of pies to the girl's grandparents. What he did not know yet, that he was a victim of a treacherous ploy. Goldilocks was hiding inside the basket.
Adolescents with behavioral disturbances tend to circumvent rules and choose ways that allow them to avoid burden. If we let such adolescents escape punishment as a consequence of their deeds, we indirectly confirm their idea that they don't have to respect the rights of others, and they won't be punished.
When the bear arrived at the house of her grandparents, he found an unpleasant surprise: a pair of fierce dogs.
Goldilocks took advantage of the bear's kind-heartedness and manipulated him into a dangerous trap.
The question is obvious. Who is the real treacherous monster of this story?
Disobedience, vandalism, inability to accept responsibility for one's actions. Is this the right role model for small children? It seems that even fairy tales have their dark secrets. Goldilocks is a dangerous rioter with numerous antisocial traits.
Wait, bears don't live in houses, don't sleep in beds, and above all, don't speak. This is incredible bullshit.